When you think of Grand Theft Auto, what comes to mind? The crazy over-the-top characters, the robbing and killing, or the world and setting itself? The truth is, all of those are correct. I mean, ever since the top-down POV of the GTA series, the franchise has made a name for itself for being one of Rockstar's heaviest hitting titles, and that became even more evident when we transitioned into the 3D era. Grand Theft Auto 3 was revolutionary for the 3D era, and San Andreas is a certified classic, as is probably everyone's favorite among the 3D trilogy. I played both of them, and they're both amazing games, but today we're talking about the best of the three, my favorite, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. It has everything I mentioned at the beginning of this video, and then some. When I was really young, I had GTA 3, San Andreas, and Vice City on the PlayStation 2, only I never owned a memory card, so no matter how far I got into one of those games, once I turned it off, I was back to square one. It wasn't until years later when these games became available on the PlayStation 4 where I finally beat them, and the most satisfying of these had to be Vice City. I can't even describe the joy this game brought to me when I was younger and how it resonates even more now that I'm older. Coming from the gritty, dark setting of Liberty City in GTA 3 to the bright, neon-filled city based on Miami was such a night and day contrast that I just leaned toward Vice City more. This video by no means is bashing the other games, just my thoughts on why Vice City is the strongest of the three to me. And this also isn't a full in-depth review or analysis or critique in any way. I'll be talking about the story and hitting several beats about the game. But yeah, so let's get into it. Immediately, I want to say rest in peace to Mr. Ray Liotta, who passed away last year at the young age of 67, who among all of his other phenomenal acting work, lent his voice and personality to Tommy Vercetti, making him even that much more special. Having Ray Liotta voice Tommy was also a big thing for Rockstar, since they have this thing where they don't work with big-name Hollywood actors. As far as I know, Ray was the only one with that honor. He is a part of the reason Tommy is probably one of the best protagonists in the GTA franchise, dare I say video games period. In fact, here's a small gem of Ray talking about his experience with the game.
You know what's funny? You probably when you took a certain gig doing a voice for Grand Theft Auto, the game, and you probably think to yourself that, wow, all these guys just say, yeah. They're probably trying to make the show go with a joystick right now. When you do this game, people, you think, okay, I'm just going to do this voice. It's not a big deal. And then it became a huge hit, and it's sort of part of the pop culture now. Is that surprising to you?
Totally. I had no idea. I'm not a game player. I was never a Pac-Man guy when that first game came out. I was never into that stuff at all.
It's not cool to say, I was a big Ms. Pac-Man guy. I gobbled up all those glowing blue.
In terms of any kind of games, I never played any games. And this was like, it's just like it sold like 8 million units. It's like a $400 million movie. It's like
it's huge. Yeah, it's like you're in a huge hit movie.
Huge. And it was fun. You're just sitting there cursing at people. It was fun to do.
Like, that's fun. You just went to a booth and cursed at people went crazy for a while, and they accidentally sent it to the SpongeBob people when it went on the air.
But you got a lot of people play that game?
Oh, yeah. That's a huge hit, that game.
Unbelievable.
There's so many great things to talk about when it comes to this game. We could talk about how the plot is one of the best in the series, with Tommy constantly being hounded by a mob boss named Sonny, to which he owes money to, and in typical GTA fashion performing very illegal acts to earn that money. But in the process, you end up taking over Vice City, sourcing income from various properties you buy, as well as taking command of the city's drug trade that you just so happen to leave Sonny out of. And of course, you have your over-the-top companions, like your lawyer Kent Paul, or your partner in crime, for a bit anyway, Lance Vance, or the leader of the Cuban gang Umberto, who is voiced by Danny Trejo, and oh man, this game is just filled with star power. Let's also talk about the setting itself. Being based on Miami, it's like all the colors just pop. You want to look at every sign and billboard you pass because everything's so intriguing, from the white sandy beaches to the docks to the airports. And even the clubs, the environments feel so true and accurate, and is the definition of a period piece. Civilians are often wearing loose clothes and bathing suits. Some can be seen wearing skates, and even vehicles on the road reflect the environment, where you see an increase in motorbikes and sport cars. This game came out in 2002, by the way, but it is set in the 80s, and nothing hammers this home more than the music. I remember constantly replaying this game over and over and being treated to Michael Jackson's Billie Jean driving to the Ocean View Hotel. This game really put me on. I mean, we got Keep Feeling Fascination by the Human League, Owner of a Lonely Heart by Yes, I Wanna Rock by Twisted Sister, Running with the Night by Lionel Richie, Africa by Toto, and that's just to name a few. The entire soundtrack for this game consisted of nothing but bangers. How could you not enjoy riding around Vice City listening to these songs? Rockstar turned to this game into a true period piece with songs like these. The overall vibe of this game is immaculate, and for a game that came out in 2002, it holds up exceptionally well, but I think the main reason we look back on it so fondly is because of all those reasons. It still has clunky driving and shooting mechanics. The characters in this era not being able to swim is an issue, and for as decently sized the map is, there's nothing to really do. I mean, you have your rampages, your payphone missions, and your property activities, sure, but what else? This game is like 18 hours long, and that's what we can do. Once you beat the main game, there's little replay value as far as activities are concerned. But as someone who owned it on the PS2, there was always something that drew me back to this game. A big reason I wanted to revisit and talk about this game also is because of the next game in the GTA franchise. For those of you who may not be aware, Rockstar recently suffered a network intrusion, aka a leak, which showed several footage and photos of the next game. But the main thing for me is that we are supposedly going back to Vice City. I mean, we were either still going to be in Los Santos or traveling back to Liberty, but I'm glad we seem to be making the return after 20 years. I'm excited to see a modern day Vice City. I'm hoping that the game does what Vice City did for the gamers 20 years later. Out of the whole trilogy and even all 3D era games combined, none of them are touching Vice City. I think it's a testament to the devs that this is one of the solid foundations that the entire GTA franchise is built off of. In an era where they were just trying things out, everything worked for them. It's a breath of fresh air and such a night and day contrast from its trilogy partners. To be clear, I'm not trashing the other games. I think they're great in their own right. I just think that Vice City is in a league of its own. With that being said, I want to hear what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me? Is Vice City your favorite? I honestly want to hear what you guys think. Do you prefer 3 more? I know a lot of you love San Andreas, so I really want to hear what you guys have to say. I also want to shout out another content creator who's actually my cousin. He just recently did his own take on revisiting Vice City, and it's a completely different thing from mine. His is slightly longer. I definitely recommend go checking it out. His link will be down in the description below. But I just wanted to revisit this video. It's one I've been sitting on for a while, and I really thought you guys would enjoy it. If you guys did enjoy it, let me know if you guys want to hear me talk about the other games that I will be replaying and making videos about very, very soon. Depending on how fast you guys want them, will be how fast I put it out. But that's besides the point. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, let me know how you felt about it and how I can improve. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. I've been Spike to the Plug. Peace.